decided to start my day with a good healthy breakfast. Pepsi Max. No, I know. So I'm working today. I'm going to do some work. Yeah, I do work. I do a lot of work. Babies are sitting in the basket, so I don't have to hold them. And I'm going to pack some orders with you guys. So, you know, that's what we're doing. So I'm going to get some sticky tape. I'm going to do that. Get the scissors. Oh, and put it all around and all this kind of stuff. And bring you with me. Hi Debs, how are you going? We're coming over here. I did tell my husband to take the car out, but he didn't. So I thought, I've got a couple of orders that I need to get done, and I thought what better people to do it with than you guys. Yep, put that up there. And you can help me because I need help, right? Hi Elaine. And it is fun anyway. You can really enjoy this process. Let me get some things. I don't know what I'm getting. I'm actually getting things to put yours in, actually. Some bubble wrap envelopes. I am actually organised. You'd think so, but you know. Ugh. And some cardboard envelopes. But yeah, what is the time? I thought I'd come on really early. Someone has bought really, really big eyes. These are 28mm eyes. Look how big they are. Like they're literally my eyes. I could just and put one of these in. That are huge, 28mm. I'm glad you're doing good. Squirrels here. No, you didn't miss anything. No, didn't miss anything. So because they are so big, like they're actually really deep as well. So putting them in the bubble wrap envelopes, it's quite protrusive. So I'll put them in the cardboard one. Now I'm going to put something under that just so I don't have to keep leaning down. That'll be better. Yeah, look at that, Addison. I hope I've said that right. Addison.
Have a look at this.
Hi. Say my name, please. My dog died today. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's really sad. That's really sad to hear. I hope that I hope he's at peace, or she, and that it was a little bit expected. It's hard when it's unexpected. It's hard regardless, but bless you. Just you know, take it easy on yourself today. Hey, Squirrel said, "I'm good. I'm glad I didn't go watching my girls with me." Oh. So we get to get this all started and done, and then I'm on the ball. Yes.
That little ladder, is that in here?
No little ladder in here. Definitely no little ladder in here. Only a little net. So I'll obviously won't do this the whole live stream. I'll sit down, chat with you, talk about my week. I just thought since I'm here so early, I can have a chat with some early birds. And yeah, thank you so much, Addison. Her name was that Felony or Felony? She was a pit bull. I'd say it's Felony. Love it, absolutely love it. And she was almost 13. Oh wow. Well, it sounds like you had a really good life with her. One thing I hate about pets is we can't have them for long enough. Does everyone else hate that? I mean, you know, many times, I'm a cat person, okay? My cat is, here we go. My cat my cat's 13. My cat's 13, and she's like literally my everything. And I often think of, you know, when she has to go and how unfair that is because I don't want her to. It's so sad. When God made pets, he should have made them that we could have had them in our life for longer, right? I'm sorry to hear that. Squirrel said, what's the crown number 2 next to my name mean? Don't know. I can't see anything like that. Yeah, okay. And someone I know had a crochet doll made to look like their pet, which was cool. I think that is a cool idea, really cool idea. You're seeing it more and more these days, people having their pets made into toys. And, you know, you see them break into tears and it's all so sad. But, yeah. They do such a good job, especially with the ones that they do that memorial pic. They have a picture and they make up the toy to look exactly like. I think it's incredible. Yeah, now, just trying to get my postage organised. Organised. I'll put it all down this end. Who else have we got here? Anyway, so next one, someone is getting 2 42 gauge 1 barb needles and 2 42 gauge 3 barb needles. This is the new way I send needles, but I still pack some like this as well. So they have to go in a envelope box. Emotional support doll or memory doll. I made one for someone a few years ago. They're very important. Very, very important. Sometimes these boxes just get tangled amongst themselves and it's just rude. And because this one is in New South Wales, well, I put them in a lot of them, but mainly in the New South Wales one we have the flyer for the expo in Sydney. So I send that along and hopefully recruit some more customers. It says top fan. Oh, okay. Addison says it was weird. She was feeling fine on the 15th and she laid on the floor like she always does. Then I had to pick her up and her legs didn't work. Oh, bless her. And then today I woke up and saw her on the floor. Oh. All I can say with that is at least it didn't go for long by the sounds of it. I mean, I don't know you and I don't know your dog, but it sounds like that she didn't suffer for long, if at all. What size Reborn do these eyes fit? I don't really know. I think if they are for a Reborn, it would be like a big, maybe 31-inch Reborn. A lot of times when I sell the bigger eyes like that, people are using them for other purposes. A lot of people use them for art projects and things like that. That's kind of like why I have them. But personally, I don't know of a Reborn that takes that size eye. I mean, there probably is. There probably is. But yeah, they're literally here just for the purposes of people's needs. Like I go down to, with the eyes, I go down to 8mm. And the 8mm are so frigging tiny. But like no one really uses them. There's such a difference though between super tiny to really big. I need to do a TikTok on that video, right? Look, my hair flicking out there. It's like an old man's chin that has like little whiskers coming out. Look, whiskers. It's really funny. Or it could be like a fluffy snowball. You felt she was stiff. Oh, that's not very nice for you to have to feel. I'm so sorry to hear that for you. I'm so sorry to hear that for you. Now, what am I doing here? Getting this down, putting it on, seeing what's next. Good morning. How are you, Kylie? Good morning, Angela. How are you? Squirrel says, I wonder is Reborn eyes would work on crochet dolls. Kind of cool. If you could make them sit in, it'd be okay. The eyes that I think people normally use on those sort of ones are ones that have like a little backing that you can sort of sew, put thread through to sit in place. Addison says, where do you live and what country state? I'm in Australia and I'm in Queensland. Are you good, Kylie? That is good. Yeah, like buttons, like the buttons one. Now this person has got a brown eyelash. Whoops. This person has got a brown eyelash and a pack of 10 magnets. So again, they have to go in the big envelope so that they don't stick to the wall of the post box. I'm just getting a little Ziploc bag. Deb says, morning, Angela. Angela says she's great. How are you? Oh, that's good because you had a headache. I don't want to talk about crocheting all day though, squirrel. But thank you. Good morning, Kate. I've got your order here somewhere. Well, I've got your invoice here. Like I said to you last week, I'm actually getting the glass bead. I've booked in to get your glass bead on Tuesday. I hope that's okay with you. But I'll get it on Tuesday because I don't have 10 kilos here at the moment. And it will go to leave Tuesday afternoon. I hope that's all right. I've got another special thing to send on with you. Different one this time. Could be cool. No, we don't see lots of big spiders. People sort of make out that that's a thing, but we don't. Like, no. We just don't. You just don't. Like in the house, you might get one or two big spiders a year, if that, and you just sort of, kill them and move. Burn down the house. No, but I mean, like within a house, if you keep things clean and that kind of stuff, it doesn't happen. Trees aren't all over the house, but generally it's not a thing. People make it out like a thing, but it's really not. So, there's nothing to worry about. It's probably just like where you are. Like, I never see a snake, like, literally, ever. Angela said, hi guys. Squirrel said, sorry for crochet talk, mouse, but I do like making them. I'm glad you like making them. But I don't like reading big sentences. I can. I don't like it. And Deborah, gee, I should have put that in. I'm going to put that in there. She needs to get, I've forgotten about these, haven't I? She needs to get an Art Dolls of Australia flyer in her one because this lady is from Morayfield. So I'm going to just open that up. Pop that in because that's important. Get it in there. Get it in there. And reseal that. Sorry if that sound of sticky tape is obnoxious, but I won't be doing it for too long. What is the purple squares? Say that again, Kylie. Purple. Did you say purple squares? Maybe. Kate says, "Yay! Of course, take your time. I love surprises." I know you do. Oh, you have prom today? Prom today? Prom. That sounds exciting. Good luck for you. I hope that makes your day better. Elaine says, I've not seen big spiders in a long time. No, it just doesn't happen. It's like, kangaroos. People say, oh, you have kangaroos everywhere. There is. I mean, I could drive not even 5 minutes down the road and find an area where there is kangaroos. but like I am in like a suburban area, and they don't generally sort of come up to the suburban area too much. They're too smart for that. They don't want to be hit by cars and that. So they stay in their little areas. You think you made Matilda a doll and Mateo? I don't remember. I'm not sure. Addison said, is your boot and your footpath like the boot from your car big? It is big. It's big. It fits a lot in. Footpath. Not sure exactly what you're trying to say. Do you mean the footpath that we walk outside to walk down the road, or do you mean the walking I'm doing here? But the car is big. I mean, but you would know. I'm assuming you're in America. It's just a Jeep Grand Cherokee, so you have them there all everywhere. So you'd know what that is. Okay, now this person has bought 10 cable ties. I'll just get some bands for her. Sorry that I'm doing orders today, guys. It's just I had a very busy day yesterday in class. Very busy day. And so I didn't get to do any orders yesterday. And some of these orders are from Wednesday. And I really hate making customers wait like until Monday. I think that's unfair. They put their trust in me to purchase from me. The main thing I can do is, you know, get their order out before the weekend at least. Okay, so this person is in Kingaroy. I'm not going to name names. So I will send a flyer, Art Dolls of Australia flyer with their one. And that's just going to go in this, nice and easy. And I just sort of bend this, and in it goes. Oh, if I can bloody get it in there. Oh, you're Australian. So where are you from? You know the deal here, man. You know the deal. And we don't have prom here, so you must be somewhere else. We have formals. Kate says, yeah, the Jeep. Oh, you're getting a 2012. Oh my God. You know my other car's the 2012. You could have bought that. What color did you get? Oh, you're going to love it. Literally love it. Actually, this one here is a 2015. And I do love it. Don't get me wrong. I do love it. But I probably love my 12 a little bit better. Maybe that's just because, you know, I had it for a long time. I probably had it, I think we had it for about 10 years. And yeah, it was just my like everything. Use the seat warmers like all the time, okay? Use the seat warmers all the time. They're so snuggly. So snuggly. This, you know, this it is really good, but yeah, it's more so the little differences in it. Gear change, you know, the way the automatic, the way that your hand shifts and everything. It's just a little different, and that's probably why I'm not sort of, yeah, I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it back either. But yeah, the 12 you'll be really happy with. And if you ever run into any trouble, let me know. Might know what it is. Mouse, next time you're on YouTube, put on your videos full screen and type. Can you stop making me read I'm not reading your big messages anymore. Hit the thumbs up button, guys. Thank you so much. This person has ordered a wooden implanting tool. And I think they've got, some 36 gauge 9 barb implanting needles. So let me just go get them. I've got to go behind the car because all my stock's over this wall now. 36.9. It's a 36.9. 36.9. There we go. I hope I've got that right. I've probably already forgotten what I've bloody got to get. I did ask Michael to move the car so I could have better access. Yep, 36 gauge 9 and an implanting tool. Morning, Gigi. Squirrel said, just thought you'd like it, but I'll stop. You can keep messaging, but it's just when you send these big messages, it sort of gets a little bit confusing for me. Maybe it's just overwhelming, and yeah, it muddles me up. So send smaller messages, then I don't get muddled up. Okay, so I'm just going to put that in this because they can just go in this one. Yay, that's less work for me. And this customer's in Victoria, so I'm not sending them any flyers. I sometimes do, especially if I know if they're a bit closer, or if I know that they're really someone that likes to go to the shows and things. I don't know. Gigi said hi to Angela. Angela said hi to Gigi. And this is just all the little ones. I've got to do all the bigger ones. But I'll sit after I do 2 more. I'm going to sit down and talk to you for a bit, and then I'll start a little bit more of the bigger ones. I haven't pulled out the stock for the bigger ones yet. I've got a customer coming here straight after my live stream. I've got another interview this afternoon with Dorina. We'll talk about that soon too. This customer has ordered simply 265mm neck rings and 138mm. Big spender, big spender. This is like the ones that get a little bit hard because this is a $6 order. Postage is like $3.40. But you know, she's close. She lives at Regent's Park, so hopefully Art Dolls of Australia, she'll see that and she'll come to Art Dolls of Australia, and that makes the whole sale fully worthwhile. If you know what I mean, fully worthwhile. 1 more to go, guys, and then I'm going to sit down and have a chat with you. Elaine said I was about to say that. Deb, Gigi said, I just finished raining here, Deb. It's actually like sleety rain here at the moment. Just very fine. I've got such a big day today. I have got such a big day. Girl said, hi, remember me from your other live? Not necessarily. Not necessarily, do I? 1 more, guys. 1 more. And Angela says it's overcast there. And Deb says it's Bonnie's birthday on Tuesday. Happy birthday to Bonnie on Tuesday. Another one done? Oh, and 1 more, but I'm not going to do it right this second because they've ordered 2 brown eyelashes and 2 light brown eyelashes. And I've actually got to get in behind the counter and, you know, dig around to get those light brown eyelashes because I don't have any pre-packed at the moment. So let's have a sit down for a bit and have a little chat to the little babies. Oh, no, don't fall. Okay, sit down. Oh, it's good to sit down even already in the morning, would you believe? Come here, you 2 sausages. So I've got my brekkie. I'm me, girl. Deb says it's Pixie, Trixie, Brock's birthday on Wednesday. Happy birthday to them. Got a hair in my eye. There we go. Yeah, so anyway, big week. Kind of a big week. What did I do? Tell me what I did, Mateo. It was just one of those big weeks I had where I'm, you know, when I'm doing orders, I'm sort of stuck here. That's not a bad thing, but stuck doing them for elongated times. Class was really busy yesterday. I've moved things around a little bit in class. I'm just going to hold one baby at a time just so I can spread out a bit. Matilda, come here. It's your turn. Ooh. So right now I'm sitting where I usually had a big stand, like a shop stand, you know, shelving, shop shelving, and all that kind of stuff. I had that right here, and I had all of my stock on it. But I decided, because my classes are, they're starting to grow a little bit, and I needed the room for the growth. So I decided to pull this shop shelf down. All the stock I will show you very soon, because I will get the car out and show you before end of live stream. And so all of the stock is along those back shelves. These shelves, as you remember, have all got kits in them. So that's where I hold all my kits. Like all the M kits are in here, but sometimes they roll over into the next one if I've got too many. This up here is an absolute mess. It's all a work in progress. You will see it's total chaos up there. So that's my next major job that I'm doing. The counter is probably going to go, like I said. I've got a big shelf behind there that I'm going to really reorganize. And so that is a big job. But yesterday we were able to have 2 big tables for the class members to come and really spread it out. I'm still trying to perfect that, but it feels pretty good at this stage. So yeah, yesterday was the first time we got to work with that. I'm just going back for a minute. Kylie said, I'm sorry, I have to go, everyone. Bye, Kylie. Thank you for stopping in to say hello. Appreciate that. Gigi said, it is Disneyland's 70th birthday this year. I am going to dress some of my babies in outfits I've been collecting for 20 years. Wow, that is so cool. I didn't know that. Matthew said, morning, Annette. Morning, Matthew. Angela and Gigi said bye to Kylie. So yeah, it's a bit of a work in progress. I did tell you guys a few weeks ago that I did get contacted by 60 Minutes, and they still want to do a story. They rang me again yesterday, and they said they still want to do a story. Asked me about my picnic. I had my picnic on the weekend, so I might have to make another picnic just for 60 Minutes. But it's to be continued. Find out details about it, and it's all going to happen. But that's something else. But I'm glad that I've been working on this room, because now at least if they were to come here and record one of my classes, it's sort of like it wouldn't take too long to make things look a bit more presentable. So that's where I'm going on that. And yes, we had our picnic on Saturday. It was absolutely epic. It was amazing. We had about 40 people there. I might have just underestimated the food a little bit. I was expecting about 30 people, but yeah, we had 40. I had 46 sausages, 3 loaves of bread, 2 bags of 12 mini bread rolls. I had 4 really big chicken breasts that I'd cut into 4 pieces each. So there was about 12 to 15 pieces of that chicken in little small pieces. Michael ended up cutting them in half again. It was so crazy. So they were for the little bread rolls. And then we had like 3 cakes. We had some muffins that our beautiful friends Will and Helen brought. So we had enough, but not quite, if you know what I mean. I felt really bad about that, but it's one of those things where you don't quite know how many people are coming, even though they sort of say, how a lot of people don't come and then you're left with too much food. We had enough, but it could have been better. So for the next picnic, I'll definitely be buying more food to fill all their bellies. Hopefully not too many of them, went to the local takeaway shop on the way home. I would have felt so bad, but it's more about the the presence of people being amongst each other, enjoying each other's babies. so hopefully they, took that into consideration. The food was just like a bonus in the way, but in a way. At the end of the day, all the food went, which is really great. I made a big bowl of coleslaw, which after I made it, like when you put the coleslaw sauce on it, sort of compresses a bit. So, but it went really well. It really went well. And next time it could be bigger. I don't know. It could be smaller. So yeah, it's exciting anyway. And yes, thank you, Angela. Yes, it is an oven behind me, and there is a baby in it. It is actually already baked, but now it's just sort of sitting in there waiting for next week's class, basically. So yeah, it was a really good event. There were women there saying that they had never been to a Reborn gathering of Reborn mummies that was so big. So that was, a sense of pride for myself. I was really proud about that. And I have a really good admin team, to help me along the way as well. So that's really good. Yeah. So that has really realistically been my week. I've got a customer coming here between 9:30 and 10. So in the next 45 minutes she'll be here. So between 9:30 and 10 I've got a customer coming here. Then I've got to go do some work pickups, grab some lunch, and come back here for 1 o'clock, where I've got another interview with Dorina. So Dorina is our author of Reborn Baby Dolls, The Art of Healing. If you haven't got this book yet, maybe you should get it. Nice read. It's nice, lots of pages and lots of words. Look at all those words. So I saw one of our beautiful members of the party the other day, the picnic the other day, had read that, and it says, "When I was lost, you found me. When you found me, I was loved." And she read that, and just from reading that, she started to tear up. So she bought the book straight away and was excited to read it. So the book in general, very busy day, yes. Charmin's here. She said, "Hi, Annette and everyone. I've missed you guys." Always miss you, Charmin. Always. So anyway, she's got Instagram. You can find her on Instagram and TikTok. She's becoming very well known at the moment, and gets a lot of views. So let me just sort of get in there a little bit so I can show you basically the contents. You've got opening message, which is eternal gratefulness. Then you've got inside the looking glass of a reborn, and then unveiling the origin of reborn conception, then artisan studio from the craftsmanship, then handcrafting a reborn doll, then storytelling along the healing journey, and then journey into my artisan gallery. So Dorina goes to talk about, her views on reborns. She talks about how to, hi Jessica, and Angela said hi Charmin, Angela said hi Jess, and Jessica said morning Angela. So she talks about, everything that's involved in reborning, kind of the steps, talk about healing, stripping reborns, cuddle babies, hair rooting, what you need, trying to find other things. And then she goes in towards the back. She's talking to a therapist. She's talking to a reborn mother. She's got some photos in there of different stories and that. She's just got some stories from different people about their time with reborns, and I've even got a story in here as well. I can't remember where it is. Maybe I'll find it. Annette, where are you? I think, trying to remember. I did find it easily last time. You think I'd find it easy this time, right? Storytelling. There's a transgender story. There's a fraud story. Loss and grief stories. Celebrating women. That's important. This might be me. Yeah. Story number 9. Up close and personal with Annette. Which is where you are right now. And that goes for... Oh my God. Gross. Oh, sorry. That goes for about 6 pages. Yeah. So anyway, that story is available on my website. It's $49.95. That does include postage to you. It's a nice read. You'll like it. You'll like it. We do have another story too you'll find on there, which is Reborn Dolls. This is by Jeanette Brown. This is like a bit of a picture sort of show and what they're good for, like more like pinpoints, but really some nice pictures in there as well. So there, that's my story reading for today. Okay, I'm not reading another book. But yes, so I get the interview again with Dorina at 1 o'clock. You may have noticed, if you watch my podcasts, I did an interview with Dorina probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago now. She wants to do another interview. So I'm not sure what that's about, to be honest. I kind of like to do things and then move on. But she's made a request to that. So I will help her with that. She's been really talking about, you know, the Art Dolls of Australia convention, really talking that up. So that's really important at the moment. So, yes, we're going to talk to her and see how she's going as well. So I'm just trying to think, should I get that car out? Because it doesn't sound... Michael's... Last week, I got rid of my bedroom suite because I'm getting, I think I told you, I'm getting my daughter Amy's bedroom suite because she's about to move in with her partner and he's already got a bedroom suite. So I'm getting Amy's bedroom suite. So anyway, got rid of my bedroom suite. So Michael and I have been sleeping in the spare bed for a week and it's only a double bed. And it is cozy, but at the same time, when you've got to sleep in that cozy environment every day for a week, last night I was like, get off me, get off me. Because it's just, we sort of roll into each other and I feel like I've got like 30 centimeters against the wall and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm going to kill him. So anyway, we are repainting our bedroom. Before we put the new bedroom suite back in, we are repainting the bedroom. So I can hear Michael's upstairs at the moment doing some preparation because that painting's going to happen on the weekend. So I'm not going to bother him to come down and move the car because I desperately want to be back in my own bed. We have a king size bed normally. We're getting another king size bed and it is nice to have my space and nice to have his space. And I cannot wait. I can't wait. Can't say it enough to have my own space again. Now, we snuggle during the night. We do. But it's like a little snuggle and then we have our own space. So, I mean, I am probably, I can't confirm it, but menopausal. So, I don't generally get hot flushes, but I don't want to get overheated either. When I do, I get a little bit cranky. So yeah, I'm not bothering him at the moment to move the car. No, Amani is back at school today and Cruzy is obviously with his mum. But because I'm so busy today, I won't be seeing them. So yeah. But I did hear Amani and Cruz went and saw Jurassic Park last night. So that's exciting, isn't it? Yes, it is. It is very exciting. So I don't even know if I'm going to open the garage So you can talk to these babies for a minute. The noise might be a little bit loud while the garage goes up. Okay. Make sure you're looking there. Okay, job 1 done. So I'll do this in part. I'll move the car again in a minute as well. Ah, nice with a bit of sunlight here. It's very fresh, overcasty day. And I had to choose a day where I decided to wear like a shirt that's off the shoulder. So I might not even get my jacket off because it's not really cold though. It's just a little bit fresh. Exactly that word. Exactly the word fresh. So on the weekend I took Molly. Molly is Matilda and Molly. Matilda is still wearing what I made her dress in on the weekend because it was just so cute and I just wanted to sort of get more out of it. You know when that happens? But yeah, we had such a good day at the picnic. I do want to say if anyone is coming to the Art Dolls of Australia convention in December, please remember the day before the convention we're having a big picnic, and that picnic is welcoming all interstate patrons as well. So please be mindful of that, and I hope you can join us for that. That's going to be a massive day because I'll be getting ready for the convention, but also working on the picnic. So I'm going to have a big day that whole weekend. I'll need extra help, I think, Angela. Oh, Gemma is at camp. Oh, that must be nice. Yay. It's not freezing here. It's really quite, like I said, this is like it is like got a heat rating on it and everything, but it's definitely thinned out over the years. So it's not like I could go without it. It would just be, like I said, really fresh. I'm in my store actually, so I'm gonna get the car. I'm gonna move the car out, and then I'm gonna show you everything because I want to show you what I've done. Okay, I'll turn you around so you can actually see the store once it opens. Get the car out. All right, we're done. By the way, Kate, come on and buy that one. Buy that one, you can have that one. So this is my whole new look. It's crazy good. I'll just bring you with me anyway. So I've got to keep my childs up there, okay, because they're just for display anyway. So all the stock now comes along these shelves here. These are excess babies that I've got to put together. I've got secondhand clothes here. They're boys, these are girls, and then we've got more stock that comes all up in here, even up to the top of that one. This is all like a to-do, like I'm reorganizing things. These are all my glass beads down the bottom, all that. So like I said, this is all a to-do, but if you can try to imagine it, this table here and having another table here exactly the same, that's what I do for class now. So it's more bigger, wider, lots more to fit in. My counter, I'm going to get rid of that. I know that kind of sounds a little bit sad to people, especially since it's got Aussie Reborn supplies on it. But if you can imagine, look how big, there's lots of stuff here. There's heaps. There's heaps. So I obviously I've got all of my other side as well, all of the kits. I'm going to utilize the top ends of both of those a little bit better. Like these ones here have all my bodies and everything in, all sort of named out what they are. So I just have to utilize all the top part of that just a little bit better. Some mini shelves and things like this. Even those shelves down there, I have to utilize those a bit better. For those who haven't been here before, which most of you have, you do know up in there is my ceiling storage. So some things that are a little bit overwhelming, that I have too much in here, like all those magazines, for instance, over in there, I have to sort of box them up and put them up in the ceiling until we need them, because they don't need to be there. So trying to maneuver everything around and, you know, storage up there. But for doing that, I need to somehow create a little booklet. It's not a hard thing. It's just need to create a booklet and write on the booklet everything that's in the ceiling, because you wouldn't believe how many times I think I'm out of stock of things and I go and buy them, and then months later I see some in the ceiling. So that's a little bit annoying. So that's where I'm sort of at with that. Cats are fighting. Sonia says, good morning. I'm a bit late getting on, but hey, I'm here. That's right, you're here. Yay! And Deb said, what is the Reborn meet at? Oh, do you mean where is the Reborn meet at before the convention? It probably will be at Colo Gardens. It probably will be. We might do it at River Heart for a one-off, just because it might be easier for some people to get to. But I need to talk to my admin team about that. It'll be, if we did do it at the River Heart, it would just mean it's a little bit cramped for people. Angela said, I think Deb means the picnic before the convention. Okay, yes. And Matthew said, yes, it's cold. Love your hairstyle. Thank you. Gigi said, morning, Sonia. Sonia said, morning, Gigi. Jessica said, looks good. Thank you. Angela says, hi, Sonia. Sonia says, hi, Angela. And Gigi said, got to go visiting Kira today. Okay. Good luck with Kira. So that is where I'm at. It is a big job, but once it's all done, it will be better. But my weeks go so quickly, and I don't have a lot of time in a week to do what I want. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. I know it's not that exciting, and I just tell you guys everything, but you know, who else am I going to tell? Tell me that. So that's where we're up at the moment. So I'm just going to cut out my labels while I'm chatting to you, and then I've got to get on and keep making these orders so I can post them today in between everything else I've got to do. All the Dolls Playground says, hi, Robin from New Zealand. How are you going, Robin? I hope you're doing well. And did everyone see the picnic video? Did you see it? I was really sad because I left one of my favorite people out of my picnic video. Carol, it's a long story, but when I did all the editing, I had to do a stitch of the first half and a stitch of the second half and then stitch them together. And in that process, I missed out the middle one, which was my beautiful friend Carol. So when I do next week's podcast, I will be stitching her into it and letting everyone see it, because she had the most incredible, beautiful pram you could ever see. And I just really want everyone to see that. So if you watch my podcast, you will see Carol's pram next week. Charmin said, I'm thinking about starting a Reborn class, but I don't know how much I should change. Can you give me an idea of what you should charge? On what you should charge? Would it be in your home or something like that? Basically, to let you know, I have a starter fee for my classes, which is $220, and that's their first time fee, and that basically gets them the kit, the body, the weights, a dummy, the first class, the usage of all my tools, all my paints throughout all of their classes. So if they were to break something or rip a sponge or throw away sponge, it doesn't matter. It's sort of like an insurance within that first one. So I charge a start-off fee. And if you're going to be, providing all those sort of things, I do suggest a start-off fee. And then my classes every week, I have 2 sessions. Most of my sessions have always been one session, but now we're going to do them in 2-part sessions, which can give more people some flexibility on time. And they're $40 a class, or if they want to do the whole day, it's $60. So if that gives you any gauge, you can convert it to US dollars and see what the price comparison is if you would like, if that works. But basically, people are very happy to pay that. After the $40, most people tend to keep coming. So then what they do is they just buy their next kits, bodies, weights, and all that kind of stuff. So the class is just for them to come, have a seat, and enjoy the day, which really turns out to be very much of a social event. Angela says hi to Robin. Kate said, I just dropped my dog at the vet. He is getting the snip today. Ooh. And I missed a bit, haha, but I'm back. That's all right. I showed you my other car. I told you got to buy it. Stacy says, hi, Annette. Hello, how are you? Matthew says, no story today. No, I just went through this book for you guys. That was my story for today. Deb says, my sister Heidi is moving. Where is she moving? Where is she moving? That sounds ominous, you could say. I'm going to stick all my labels on these satchels. Charmin said, thank you so much, Annette. That's very reasonable. It is. But for me, it's weird. It's like I always feel like I'm charging too much. But I have a flyer from someone I know that did classes about 15 years ago. And her prices 15 years ago are the same prices her starter price was more than mine that is now. So 15 years ago, her prices are the same as my prices are today, but her starter price was $250 when mine's $220. So whenever I feel bad about what I charge, I look back at that and I think you're doing fine. And people want to pay it because if you think about it, I don't know what services you guys have there, but we have a lot of different things that people can do on a daily basis. They can go to sip and dip classes, they can go to yoga classes, they can go to like women's groups and all of those sort of things. There's an abundance of classes and activities that you can go to. But whenever you go to those sort of things, you pay a fee. You always pay a fee. It's so that they don't get inundated with people coming for free and have no space for them. So that's just how it works. And all of those fees are in the $50, or less, and sometimes more. So, I'm not doing too bad, but I don't like it to go too much, if you know what I mean. Chatsworth. Oh, okay. Interesting. That's really interesting. Wow. That's something new. I bet you don't really want her to move. So, yeah, I do encourage people to, to start up classes. There's not enough classes around, to be honest, in different states and international and thing. I always hear people wanting to do classes. So, best of luck with that, I say. Matthew said you've got to make money somehow. Well, you do. You do, but you have to do it at a part where, I don't like greed. I really disagree with greed. And I'd hate anyone to ever think that of myself. So, but that's just in my own head, so you've got to sort of work out a balance. Stacey said you also provide the kit too. Wow, very good price. Thank you. So that is the kit only for the first one. After, if they decide to stay on, which like I said, 80% of my students stay on because it's such a loving environment and they really enjoy the people. So if they decide to stay on, they buy the next kit. And, kits can range in all different prices. Yeah, Chalmers says, I don't like greed either. Yeah, and, you'd hate anyone to ever think about that, think of you like that. But, they've got to also think about the big picture, the work that goes into setup, the work that goes into, set down. The electricity used, we use the oven, we use lighting, if they're using the implanting needle lights, the lamps, the heat rooting lamps, those, many of my customers will use my microwave during the day so they can heat their food. So there are costs involved. And then there's me too. I'm, pay me by the hour. But I don't expect that. But, like if I'm going to set aside a day a week that is just for them, like dedicated to them, then yeah, there are costs involved. So yeah. But I always think about those, like the big picture of people going to other groups and stuff, and they'll pay it, so why wouldn't they pay it to come to do classes? And at the end of, their first, making their first baby, they come out with a beautiful baby. Deb says, need to find other shops around to go when we're up there. Yes, you do. That's true. That's true. But, the babies that most of the ladies provide are fantastic, that they make. It's beautiful to see how they go. All Dolls Playground says the quilting class is $10 for 6 weeks at Women's Centre on Hastings in New Zealand. That's really good. That is really good. Is that $10 each week or $10 for 6 weeks? A lot of those women's groups and community groups are run too by, Salvation Army type places, and they have got, good sponsorships behind them as well, which I think is great. Unfortunately, nothing's cheap these days, which is disappointing. It is disappointing, but it's a time of life, isn't it? It's what happens, unfortunately. All right, well, that's about me for the day, guys. I'm going to go and finish doing all my orders, and my customer is due in the next 10-15 minutes. So that will be nice. So, yeah. that's me for the day. So I hope you all have a really great weekend. And Charmin said, "You're right, Matthew. It is right. It's unfortunate. I think the most unfortunate thing, when talking about those sort of things, is when you have subscriptions. That's when it gets really upsetting. Like let's say you've got Netflix, and then you might, have Google Photos or something. Some people might choose to have YouTube. Then you've got your phone bill. Then you've got, watch. Some people have watch bills, that they want to have a monthly subscription thing too. There's a lot of subscription services out there. And if you think, it's really unfair because you can't really do many subscriptions because you'll be literally broke if you've got a monthly charge coming out every month. And that's a lot of people, a lot of places have got people on subscriptions. I've spoken about this before where you might buy something. I have bought something once for Will, which was like a shaving product, like a men's product, deodorant, shaving cream, different sort of shavers and sort of things like that. And I bought them for Christmas. I didn't realize that when I bought that, I actually must have ticked something or probably not unticked something that then put me in a subscription for every 3 months to get the product again, which wasn't cheap. And I was like, oh my God, you're kidding me. People are doing that these days. So you got to watch that. Whenever you buy things online, make sure that there's no sneaky little tick somewhere which puts you in a subscription. That really could send you broke. Seriously, it's ridiculous. Okay, so we've got Jessica said bye, have a good week. Thanks, Jessica. Deb says bye, love and hugs. Elaine says bye, love and hugs. Matthew said bye, hugs and love. Sonia says bye, have a great week and a safe one. Thank you, stay safe, thank you, and see you next week. Definitely see you next week. Stacy says have a great Friday. Thank you so much. You guys have a great weekend. I hope to see you next week as well. Charmin said, I'm so glad I got the chance to chat today. Thank you again, Annette, for the advice and info. Have a lovely weekend. Charmin, you can message me anytime and ask any questions. I'm happy to help. All right, and I will see you all next week. I think that's about it. Have a great weekend, guys, and happy reborning. And the babies, Matilda, get up there. They say happy reborning too. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.